Alright YouTube, Big Germs Garage out here. This is kind of a follow-up video. Not too long ago I made a video of this ultrasonic cleaner that I had purchased. This cleaner is it's brand new. A friend of mine had one at his shop and I figured I'd buy one because I'm always buying or always cleaning carburetors and everything. The actual brand name, I don't know what it is. It just says digital ultrasonic cleaner. The manual doesn't really have a name on it. Just this digital ultrasonic cleaner. I got it off eBay. It was about 180 bucks, and really didn't say a name on that either. I think it does come from China. It says down here Digital Pro, but other than that, it really doesn't have a name. On the back side, move these tools out of the way. Hopefully I don't spill it since I got stuff in it already. There's the plug right there, which I'll be plugging in a second. Of course, we got my tripod hooked to the camera, so I don't have to take too long to get that hooked up, so I'm using one hand. Alright, so here's the information about it. Ultrasonic cleaner, there's a model PS-30A, input frequency, unit size, all that stuff, made in China. As you can see there, it is 6.0 liters. That's pretty much all the information I know about it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. I'm getting ready. This is my first time using it. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about it. But my main purpose for buying it was to clean carburetors. I know they can be used for cleaning all kinds of other parts and jewelry and different things. But to be honest, I don't know a whole lot about it. About them. A friend of mine has a shop that used to be next to my shop. His actual garage where he worked on bikes and stuff, and he had just bought one right before I moved out, and he said he really liked it. So I figured I'd give it a try. I've got this carburetor here. This is a 2002 Honda Recon 250 carburetor. My friend who used his, basically he said he would leave the jets in. He would get all the rubber pieces and plastic pieces out and then leave the jets in. I've gone ahead and taken the jets out. I've taken the floats out, the needle valve, this piece up here is like this plunger for the, I guess the choke. I got the manifold, all that's taken off. I got the little rubber washer for the bowl. So I'm going to drop this in and see what happens. Now, one thing I did make, I went to Walmart and I bought two of these things, and they actually had a handle right about there. I cut the handles off, so there's two of them kind of wired together here on this end, and you can see I got the jets in there. And the reason I did that is because this is the basket that goes in the ultrasonic cleaner, and the holes are too big for the jets. The little jets would fall right through. So I figured what I would do is I would put them in this little contraption, flip it shut. I'll go ahead and see if I can do that now without losing anything. It's not a perfect fit every time. With me trying to do it with one hand, it probably won't work. We'll see. I was trying to find something to help keep the jets from getting lost and having to search for them. Alright, so there, we got, this thing's closed, the jets are not coming out, I got it clamped, and I'm just going to lay that inside my basket. Alright, I'll move the basket over here. Alright, so I've got the bowl, I'm just going to leave the hose on there, and then I've got the carburetor, which has been taken apart as well. I'm just going to leave the hoses on there as well, because I don't feel like messing with them. This carburetor I'm actually getting ready to sell, so I'm going to clean it up real quick and then we'll get it listed on eBay. Usually when I list carburetors on eBay, I just tell the people that they're dirty and they need to clean them, which is probably a good practice anyway. If you buy a carburetor off eBay, you probably should blow through all the holes and make sure it is clean, even if they claim to clean it. You never know who's cleaning the carburetor, so a lot of times I'll just maybe soak them for a little bit and leave it at that. Maybe blow through some, but I don't really spend a whole lot of effort because people probably should clean it anyway when they get it. And I say that in my ads. But usually when I clean the carburetors, I have used tanks like that one back there. That's carburetor tank parts cleaner that I got from, I believe, Napa. That one might have come from Walmart. Usually I buy them from either Walmart or Napa. But supposedly using a cleaner like this one here is a little bit actually I'll hold off for a second. It's a little bit better on the carburetor, especially the solution that you use. All right, so what I have mixed up in here is already mixed. Actually, I started making this video a couple weeks ago, or a couple days ago, and it's been kind of mixed in here, waiting for me because I didn't have time to make the video and everything the other day. So I've added a little bit more water. That's why it's kind of foamed up. I used the hose, so it kind of stirred up all the solution. So mostly in there is water. The friend of mine that uses one, he told me that he uses a Pond Sol and Simple Green solution. I've got about a cup of each, and then I filled up the rest of it with water. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, this is the first time I've used it. That solution might not be the best, but we're about to find out in just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my stuff in. Make sure everything's covered, which it is, except for the hoses sticking out. Now, looking here at the front display, we've got time. It's set at 5 minutes. I'm going to bump that up. 30 minutes is the longest it goes, and the manual said it shouldn't go more than an hour. 30 is where it goes. If you go past 30, it goes back to 0. So I'm going to set it at 30. This is in Celsius, and I believe, I don't know what the conversion is. Celsius, I want it in Fahrenheit, being that I'm here in Virginia. Fahrenheit's what we go with. So let me do a look on my phone real quick and see if I can figure out the conversion. Let's see, 50 Celsius, Fahrenheit. Alright, so at 50.18, it's just 122 degrees Fahrenheit, 50 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I don't know what kind of heat I'm supposed to have it on. I don't know if 122 degrees Fahrenheit or this 50 degrees Celsius is high enough, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Now, I don't know. I'm guessing I should put the top on it. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to get the camera set up here. I'm going to turn it on and see what starts to happen, and then I'll probably get the top on it after that. Get these hoses and everything in here. And what I'm going to do, this is going to be for half an hour. I'm not going to leave the camera running for that long. I'll get it going. We'll see what it does for a second or two, and then I'll turn the camera back on when it's time to check it out. Alright, so I've hit the on button for the temperature, so it's going to start heating up. And I've turned on the ultrasonic cleaner part. So it's going to be heating up. And we'll see what happens. The carburetor wasn't super gunky, it was more just like dried up old gas. So, as you can see here, timer's going down. 50 is where I got it set. It's at 19 and it's moving up. It started at 18. So it'll be warming up and we'll see what happens. Alright, the things up here, looking at the water, I can feel the table vibrating a little bit. And I can see things kind of moving. I'm going to go ahead and put the top on it, and I'll go ahead and stop the video, and we'll see what happens in just a little bit. All this stuff is in the way. maybe this, there we go. Okay, maybe the basket's not the best idea. Little jet basket I made. Alright, so we're going to leave it like that, and we're going to see what happens. Temperature's up to 20, we're down to 27 minutes. I'll probably recycle it for another 30 minutes once it's done and see what happens. Alright, we'll let you see it in just a second. Alright, so this thing's been going for about 25 minutes. The timer up here says 5 minutes and 39 seconds left. I set it for 30. The temperature, I set it at 50. It was at 18, now it's up to 31. It's getting warm, I can feel it on the outside. Haven't really looked at it yet. Most of the bubbles that were there for me adding the water have gone away. So what I'm going to do is when the timer runs out, I'm going to I'll probably let it sit for a minute with the cleaning off, so the temperature can get a little bit higher up to 50, so it's a little bit warmer. And I'm going to reset it for about 25-30 minutes. So it'll get a little bit of time with the heat. What I should have done is let it heat up first, which I wasn't even thinking about it. I should have let it heat up first before I set the timer the first time. So about 4 minutes 50 seconds, like I said, I'm going to let the timer go off, let the cleaning stop while the temperature builds up, and then I'll restart it. Alright, so the first 30 minutes is up. I think it's been cleaning. It's just not really hot yet. It's at 34 degrees Celsius. I can feel it warm. It's warm. When I put my finger in there, it's pretty warm as well. A second ago I said what I would do is let time run out, which I did. I'd let the temperature build up. This thing takes forever to get the temperature built up. I probably should have turned it on like an hour or so before I was trying to use it so the temperature would be up. I've been sitting here staring at that 34 blinking for a good 5 minutes or so, 4 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the machine back on so it's cleaning. I'm going to go ahead and hit it for another 30 minutes, and then we'll leave it at that. So that'll be an hour total cleaning time for the carburetor. So we'll go ahead and see what happens there. So I'm going to bump it up. Maybe I'll do 20 minutes. I won't do 30. So we got an hour. It's on, so we'll see what happens. Alright, it's counting down. The buzzer, actually no buzzer. We're almost at 50 degrees Celsius. It's 48. Time just went up for 20 minutes. So basically the machine has been on for a total of 50 minutes. Temperature's almost 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Got bubbles all over that. Let's take a look. It smells good. The pond salt makes it smell good. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it from the back. Alright, so let's take a look at this carburetor and see exactly what we got here from the cleaner. Yeah, it's hot. It's not too hot, but it's hot. Alright, so there's the inside of the bowl. Let me spray this a little bit and get it cleaned out. Get a better look at it. Nothing in it. No bubbles or anything. Alright, so there we go. It actually looks really clean on the inside. Alright, so that looked good. Now, let me I'll pull out my little basket here. See what these jets look like. Alright, so the needle valve looks nice and clean. There's still a little bit of a ring around it that might be kind of stained on it. I'm going to go ahead and I won't spray through those jets yet. I'll wait until I pull this piece out and look at it and see what this looks like. Let's see, make sure we got all the stuff out of it. Alright, now that's the first look at it. It's nice and warm. It wasn't super dirty, but it had, you know, some dust, dirt in it. I can see there's still some stuff up in here that might be kind of stained on it. Let me go ahead and spray through it some, and I'll turn the camera. I'll keep it right about here so you can see it. Hopefully, I'll turn this around so I can see what I'm looking at. Alright, so I'll go ahead and blow through those jets. Both of these holes on the end here first. This hose has got some junk in it or something. This hose needs to come off. This hose, I don't know if something's stuck in it, but it's not letting anything through. So it wasn't the actual carburetor, it's the anything comes out of the hose. The hose is clogged. Alright, so let's take a look at it. I think that hose was clogged from the beginning. When I looked at it at the very end, even though it had been in the cleaner, it was kind of muddy looking, kind of dirt build up. Hopefully you got to see the stuff come through. Carburetor, all the holes are open. I don't know how good. One thing I didn't do is I didn't do a very good job of showing the carburetor beforehand. A lot of it had this kind of dirt look to it in the inside, just dried up gas. But it's nice and clean now. The jets, like I said, the needle valve, pretty clean. And we'll try this jet out real quick. Blow through it. This is nice and clean now. And then the slow speed jet. Nice and clean also. Alright, so I didn't have any doubt that the cleaner would work. seems to do pretty good. I guess the question is how this solution in here looks. I'll probably let it sit for a little while, and maybe I've got a couple other carburetors I could clean, so maybe I'll reuse that cleaning solution maybe once or twice more. Let's see what it looks like here. The buying a simple green and the pine sol is a lot cheaper than buying the dip tank, and it seems to not be as harmful. It actually makes the garage smell nice and pine sol-y. Smells like pine sol. So far so good. I haven't actually any other chance to use it except for this one, so it'd be nice to try out maybe later on with the carburetor is really messed up, gummed up on the inside, and see what kind of work it does. But thanks for watching Big Drum's Garage. Hopefully you got a little kick out of watching it, or seeing how this thing worked. Like I said, it was about 180 bucks off eBay. I clean a lot of carburetors for my lawnmower, everything I have, except for maybe the cars, but all my smaller toys seem to get gummed up pretty quick. So alright, have a great night, and I'll check you next time.